I swear this memory like eats you up alive. So first I was trying to, hey, actually, you know what? You don't even care. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead. I am the owner of the Robert Nathaniel Group as well as host of the RNG radio show, which you are viewing right now. If you happen to check us out on YouTube, there should be an icon right there that you can click on to subscribe to more videos such as these or catch up on past episodes. We are, I think we're past 10. I will be honest with you. I didn't get a chance to upload all the videos, but definitely by the time you get to viewing this one, you should be seeing more and more and more and more. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. For those that are just joining me, typically what I go over on the radio show is 4 things. We talk about credit repair, how to fix your own credit, but the simplest way, just give me a call, 267-702-3756. I have partnered up with a financial services company that does provide credit repair solutions legally and the right way. So if you'd like to know more information about that, 267-702-3756, or just stay and watch the show. So without further ado, the first thing that I want to talk to everybody about today, as we always do, is hopping into credit repair as soon as I can pull this up. And I had this discussion yesterday, and I want to mention as far as what collection agencies can and cannot do. Now, I know we're kind of like in a time where collection agencies shouldn't be calling me at all. But still, somebody's bill needs to get paid. On top of that, with the bills that need to get paid, they also need to make sure that they're getting paid as well. So without collecting debt, they're unable to do so. And if you're asking me right now, well, Dan, are there even debt collectors out there? I mean, look at what's going on. Yes, there are, because you know why? I'm recruiting for a collection agent. So, and more so, it's really just payment negotiation with folks. It's really not specific in regards to like, hey, give us this money or we'll come to your house and harass you and, take out your trash for you. No, nothing like that crazy. Now that's real collections. That's real collections. That should be the real collection. Hey, we're picking up your debt while picking up your trash. All right, maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. If somebody is starting to do that, I just need $5. I just want to say I had a part of the profits and win at that. But yeah, 5 things debt collectors can't do and 5 things that they can. So take a listen. This is coming from Nerd Wallet. And I want to apologize for my voice. What I had did, because it was so hot yesterday, I had the fan on top of me blowing on me, I had the fan on my back blowing on me, and being 36 years old, I thought, hey, I'll be fine. Completely forgetting my mother's advice, completely forgetting my grandmother's advice, letting me know that, hey, if you got the fan on too long, that your body's going to catch a cold. What? No, not happening, ever. I'm a grown man. That's not real, ever. Don't know why you even thought of that. That's a lie. Somebody get a lawyer because they're going to need some defense. Well, let me tell you what started happening in the afternoon. I'm like, oh, this is real. This is real. So apologize in advance if it does seem a little chicken scratchy. What? So 5 things debt collectors can't do. Come to your workplace. It's illegal for a debt collector to come to your workplace to collect payments. So calling your workplace, yes. Actually arriving to your workplace, no. We're not doing that here. Harassment from a debt collector can come in many forms. Repeated calls. So definition of a repeated call. So a repeated call, because I want to be frank with you, if they're calling you once a day and then call you the following week, if it's today's Friday, if they call you next Wednesday again to check, that's not a repeated call. If they were to call you, today and then call you again on Monday, that's not technically a repeated call. Repeated call will be something that would be like in the same day time frame or within the same 24 hours. The reason why I say that is that when it comes to that actual defense of needing a lawyer or utilizing the credit attorney service, first thing they're going to ask is like, well, how often are they calling? And the moment that you say, well, they only called me today and the last time they called me was 2 days ago. Okay, it's really not harassment on top of that. And, more so, but the main thing is that what they shouldn't be doing is leaving voicemails. So if they're repeatedly calling, because what they don't want to do is show proof that they are leaving voicemails to prove that they are harassing you. So repeated calls, threats of violence, publishing information about you, abusive or obscene language. So definitely no slander, whether it be libel. I think, oh, about to get my English back from English 101 from college. Libel, I think it is. But either way, they can't do it in print form, or they can't do it in voice form or video form and everything like that. Number 3, arrest you for your debt. No, they cannot come arrest you. They cannot put you in handcuffs. They can't send you off to jail because you didn't pay a $50, $500, or even $5,000 bill. Pursue you for debt you don't owe. The debt collection industry is rife with inaccuracy. So does this happen? By all means, you know, are we all humans in the system? Pretty much, no matter how many machines and computer technology there is out there. If somebody does make one mistake, that is a snowball effect in which it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then comes to find out that, hey, we were trying to reach John James and ended up we needed to contact John James Jr. Simple mistake, simple mistake. So, but they cannot be coming after you because your name sounds like somebody else's name or your name is matched up to somebody else's. Call you whenever you want. No. Debt collectors can't call you before 8 a.m. and after 9 p.m. Now, most likely that is going to be 8 a.m. your time zone or after 9 p.m. your time zone. So if you're living out in California, the time right now would probably be about 4:11 a.m. It is 7:11 a.m. here. So getting a call right now for anybody should not be occurring. Should not be occurring at all. 5 things debt collectors can do. This is what they can do, folks. Seek payment on an expired debt. Well, of course, yeah, you call in to check in on the debt. You call in to see if I'm going to pay on the debt that I actually owe, by all means. Pressure you. Yes, they can definitely say like, hey, well, when are you going to make payment? Not so much to the point pressuring you in regards to calling you a million times, but pressuring you in the moment that they do get you on the phone and saying like, hey, you know, if you don't pay this, there could be some consequences. So that's the type of pressure. But back up to the threats of violence and everything like that, definitely can't do that. Or if they say like, hey, we'll be looking to arrest you, definitely can't do that. Sue you for payment on a debt. Can they sue you? Yeah, ultimately, if it's a last-ditch effort and they're just trying to get paid and they got a note, promissory note that you legally sign, being competent, saying that you're going to pay this back, by all means, they could come after you with the lawsuit. Sell your debt. Yes, you can have from one collection agency to the next. This has definitely happened many times back in my day that I started with one. Then the debt got sold. This is more so into my student loans. The debt got sold to a collection agency. That collection agency then resold that debt to another collection agency. Now that collection agency has worked out a payment agreement with me for the duration. But I need to pay out of it because all they're doing is pretty much recycling my interest. So I have not seen my balance go down. But it's pretty much just keeping everybody happy and at will. But I need to get rid of it. So the best thing for me to do and the best thing for you to do to get over that is to start adding on a little bit more money to those payments so that way they can be paid off. And last but not least, negotiate what you owe. Because debt collectors buy debts for pennies on the dollar, so I'll say it like this. Let's say one of my loans, my private loans is $18,000. What a debt collection agency might purchase it off of probably was like around maybe like $4,000 or $5,000, you know, or even that. Because you got to think the companies themselves are like, well, it's a tax write-off for us, so we're really not really too concerned about it. So with that being said, yeah, if you want to pay $5,000 for this, and meanwhile, everybody seems to be getting money. Everybody seems still to be getting money. So look at it this way. Let's go back to the student loans. Let's say you got a student loan, $18,000, right? And, you know, you sign off a note saying that you're going to pay back the $18,000. No lie about it. But over time, with the interest rates and everything like that, your balance is now, what, maybe $17,000, you know, because you didn't pay any extra payments. The only thing that you paid for was merely like, as long as I pay my minimum payment, and Dane told me as long as I pay my minimum payment, I'm good to go. Yes, at first, definitely pay minimum payment, but over time, you need to add on to it. So my point that I want to get to in regards to negotiate what you owe, that the negotiation is there. I want you to see it from their side. So back to the student loan, 17,000. That 17,000 is getting paid, or for a while stopped getting paid, and now all of a sudden the student loan company is like, you know what, forget it. We're not going to be able to get this money off this debt. We're not even going to worry about it. So what they do is they go to ABC company. ABC company says, 17,000. That's pretty good penny. Pretty good penny. We could probably at least get half of that. Hey, we'll buy it off of you for 3,000. So the student loan company is like 3,000 for debt that we already written off. Sure, by all means, because on their end, all they're doing is saying like, hey, this is a tax write-off. Pretty much treated as a contribution, and that's that. Meanwhile, they got an influx of $3,000. This is why a lot of these student loan companies, Navient, and all of them stay in business, because the moment that they do sell their debt, they're getting money for it, and that money goes back in the pile. So with that, now you got the collection agency after you, right? Now, mind you, everybody doesn't know the specifics as far as how much they paid for the collection debt, but one thing is for certain, it's definitely not for the amount for the 17 grand. So if you do have a collection agency calling you, pressuring you and everything like that, ask them up front, hey, what would be the payoff amount? What would be the actual payoff amount in order for me to completely remove this debt? And see what they say. Some may be in half, some may be in the low figures, because on top of that, as a collection agent, they're most likely getting a bonus from you paying. So if they're able to, I don't know, sell the debt for 9,000, hey, maybe the company was only looking to expect 8,000. Meanwhile, that person that called you that was able to get you to pay off the debt now just made a $1,000 bonus. So that's the flow and the cycle, folks, when it comes to that. What will be next? Check your credit reports before paying collections debt, or the real action, give me a call, 267-702-3756. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Now, for my homeowners, now, I pulled up an article, homelight.com, how to deal with homeowners insurance when you sell your house, avoid gaps in coverage. Now, with this, a lot of people will say, like, man, I've had my home insurance for years on it. I've never, ever had an issue on it. And the policy runs out, There have been too many stories, way too many stories that have caused headaches, that have caused turmoil. It always reminds me of the Fresh Prince episode where Carlton and Will were renting a car, and Uncle Phil was so upset. He's like, of all the things that I've taught you, of all the things that I've based for you and set for you, why didn't you get the insurance? So, folks, the insurance in the long run, it might be costly. It might be something where you're like, we really never used it. Trust me when I say this, make sure that you have your homeowner's insurance cover you during the time that you are looking to sell the house. That is pretty much it in a nutshell, honestly. There have been too many cases, too many studies, too many realtors that you can go to, and I could probably put up a post right now that says, hey, realtors, what's your worst homeowner's insurance story? And left and right. Oh man, my person canceled their policy the day before the tree fell out in the house. You would not believe that the husband canceled the policy and the wife didn't know about it. Couldn't find out they had a squirrel in the roof, and they were the ones who had to pay for it outright with cash because they had a lawsuit against them. There's so many stories. So wanted to give you some facts and notes and bolts here. So about 85% of homeowners have home insurance policies. So out of 100 homes that you see in your neighborhood, only 85 of those have homeowners insurance policy. Now, with the most common type being HO3, about 78%, according to the data from the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC. You might recognize those initials. This is broad coverage on personal property. This insures against a number of perils, such as fire, windstorms, explosions, theft, and smoke, except for any that are specifically excluded, such as flooding. So if you live in an area where you know that sea level is an issue and everything like that, by all means, make sure that gets added onto there. All policies cover a home structure, fixtures, and built-in appliances. Most policies also cover your belongings and personal liability from injuries or damage the NAIC says. So, up and down to what we need to discuss today. Do you need homeowners insurance to sell your house? Because of the various add-ons and coverage, homeowners insurance can be confusing, even without the details of a real estate transaction. The majority of U.S. homeowners and rental insurance customers surveyed at 52%, J.D. Power and Associates, said they did not have a clear understanding of their policy. So, folks, talk to your agent today and say, like, hey, you got a minute? Go over this homeowners insurance policy for me, because that's what they're getting paid to do. And you need to make sure that, hey, what I'm getting insured for, I'm making sure that I'm getting covered for just in case something does happen. So, homeowners insurance, do you need it? Yes, you do. Why do you need it? Because anything could happen. So, let's see here. So, yeah, that was pretty much it for that. The other thing that I wanted to go over before we get into the motivation is career tips. So, I went on Indeed blog. There are 10 tips for using Indeed to master your job search. We're only going to do the first 5 today. But if you'd like to know more, you can just search Indeed blog, 10 tips for using Indeed to master your job search. Something like that. Or you could just Google 10 tips for using Indeed to master your job search. I'm pretty sure this will come up for you. So the first one is talking about exploring job trends to plan your search. Now, how to search job trends is typing in Indeed.com/job trends to get a feel for the job market as you begin your search. So what this does is when you go in or onto this site, you can see, hey, what are the top jobs right now? Who's recruiting right now? In what area are they recruiting right now? If you're in a position where you can relocate, hey, maybe there's opportunities out in Seattle, Washington that you don't see out in Philadelphia, PA. For those that usually try to get into the IT field, computer field, definitely usually is heading straight over to Simi Valley, California, because that is where the prime market is at. Now, as far as a good time right now, probably not so much, but definitely in the long run, if that's the field that you're looking to consider, get on that plane or train or a car and hop right over there. So that is number 1. Create a resume and get noticed by employers. Well, Dean, I don't know how to create a resume. Oh, no. What? You can always give me a call, 267-702-3756. I'd be more than happy to assist you by all means. And I'm willing to do it for free. I know it's crazy. This guy is providing career tips, advice. This guy is doing real estate tips. And this guy provides credit repair services. And the one thing that helps people get to where they need to get to is doing a resume. And he's doing that for free. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. It just warms my heart when I can know that the person I touched, the person I helped, is getting them to where they need to get to in life. That's what I want to do for you. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to do it. So create a resume and get noticed by employers. You can use Indeed.com/create-resume. By all means, definitely feel free to do so. But if you're looking for somebody who has 10 years of experience, over 10 years of experience doing it, and doesn't mind doing it for free, I am your guy. 267-702-3756. Number 3, rank your priorities to focus on your search. Now, your priorities are not the type of jobs that you're looking for. Your priorities are location. Hey, if you're living in the beautiful city of Philadelphia, how far are you willing to travel? Some of these jobs that they do currently have available might be up in North New Jersey, or something may be in South Jersey, something may be in Delaware, something may be out in Western PA, not too far, but Reading is about an hour away. So there's an opportunity out there, what are they offering, and then even in addition, some people may take a job out in the suburbs over the city because right now, especially with traffic being the way it is, or not being able to get downtown itself, hey, maybe working out in the suburbs would be better than working in the city, even if I do live 10 minutes away from the city, which I actually do. Company mission and reputation. What are they known for? Check out the reviews. Don't believe every single review that you see, but definitely do check out the reviews. Some people are just mad. Some people are just hateful. But if you happen to see more than once, the boss loves his daughter too much. The boss caters to his daughter too much. The boss literally just promoted the daughter and nobody else got a promotion. So if you start seeing that trend, then hey, by all means, it is time to exit the building. Clear path for advancement. Do you see that other people, can grow in the ranks without busting their behind or killing themselves while doing it? By all means. So, and that goes back to not so much Indeed, but LinkedIn and checking out people's profiles and how long they've been with the company. Somebody, in my example, I'll be honest with you, probably wouldn't be a good example for the company that I work for because I've been in the same position for a very, very long time. Not saying that, I didn't have the opportunity to advance, but I'm just doing a damn good job because a lot of people that I put out to work turn into permanent roles. So when they look down on me, they're like, hey, Dan, what are you doing? And I'm like, these people keep getting put out to work and then go permanent with the company. Oh, all the time. Yeah, just about. Oh. So it's a numbers game. So if I'm not showing that I got X amount of people out to work currently compared to, how many people that I put out to work permanently, they're looking at the current base. Because what makes you money? Current base and population. So good life-work balance. At this point right now, if you are unable to not so much leave your job at the right instant, but if you are unable to have a clear communication in regards to your job as far as, hey, if I need to leave because of an emergency or if I need to go somewhere because something came up, then by all means, boom, I can get out the door, Now, I'm not saying that you need to use it as an excuse every single time, but please be reasonable, in regards to it. But the main thing that you should be looking at is that you have a good life-work balance. How do you have a good life-work balance? Is the fact that you're not putting your work over your life. Simple as that. Extra perks, fitness benefits, commuter benefits. So Dan, how can I check out the benefits? Google the benefits. Just Google the benefits. Now, if it is a small company, small property management company, if you're trying to get into real estate, let's not always bring it back to real estate, right? Then by all means, check it out and see like, hey, listen, what do you have to offer that's going to be beneficial to me? Now, I could go through the number of benefits that the credit repair services company has, but you need to call me to get all that. Or by all means, you can just search FES benefits and see what we have to offer once you do get to certain levels. So with that, check out the extra perks and benefits, see what they do have to offer. And it's just simple as Googling the name of the company and their benefits. That's it. So that's number 3. Number 4, research companies to identify your top choices. Now, we go back to LinkedIn with this, and even on Indeed. You could search these companies on Indeed as well. So research your companies, and Indeed says it perfectly. Check out a company's Indeed company page to get a wealth of information like reviews, salaries, current job openings, and more. Follow your favorite companies to get alerts when new jobs become available. So you got a tit for tat here. Now, the only difference that I would say is that, let's say somebody like myself, when I decide to plan to leave, my main job and everything like that, my review might not be on Indeed. My review might be on LinkedIn, or I might not have a review at all. So with that, always taking a basis like, I see 5 bad reviews, but maybe there's 10 people out there, because bad news spreads faster than good news. If you got a shrimp that turned into a green monster and ate your chair, by all means, that is definitely going to hit the news. But if you just taste the shrimp and it makes you feel like on a Caribbean beach, that not so much is going to get out quicker than, the shrimp monster. I know. Now it's scary. I know. So, but research companies to identify your top choices as far as what will be a best fit for you in the long run. And number 5, use online search techniques to see the right jobs. Now, that is pretty much you creating a search for yourself. And once you have that search, you get daily or weekly alerts. So with that, use online search techniques to see the right jobs. And works, because Indeed's job search works similar to other search engines, you can use specific words or phrases to narrow or broaden your search. So that is that, folks. Now, I don't want to spend 2 minutes on real quick, and that is pretty much almost my time to go. But what I want to spend a quick 2 minutes on is this. Please know your value. please know what you have inside of you. Look at you now. Look at yourself right now. Honestly, you're breathing, right? You should be breathing, right? You should be able to breathe in air and let it out. That alone is a superpower. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, Dan. You are really stretching that. No, but think about it. Think about how many people are in the hospital. Think about how many people have trouble breathing. And you might be one of those individuals that have trouble breathing, or like me in a sense, where my voice is raspy and I sound like Louis Armstrong's cousin. If you can see that it would be a beautiful place to come around. Hey, this is what happens when you got a cold on your back. It's not going to help, okay? It's not going to help. So understand that your breath, your life of air is a superpower. Use that and know what you can do with that. Know what you can do with, what's in your mind, what's in your brain. You are so powerful right now. I need you to do me a favor today, though. I need you to repeat after me these 5 affirmations. And affirmations, get you to where you need to be at, get you to where you should be succeeding to. And in addition, they're so simple that what you're doing is telling your brain, even though your brain sees like, wow, you live here. Oh man, this is your situation. Oh man, this is what's in your bank account. Whew. All right. So then the brain goes back to your whole body and it's like a complete shutdown. But with these affirmations on a daily basis, will get you to where you need to be at, because opportunities are going to come so fast in front of you. You're going to be like, wait, okay, oh my gosh. If you doubt me, or if you don't believe me, or either or of the two, please call me, because I'm going to show you how they work. Now, 267-702-3756. And without further ado, these 5 affirmations will make you wealthy. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but trust me, you do this for a year, I promise you. You know what's going to happen? You're not going to be able to do these 5 things for a year. You're not. You want to know why? Because you're going to come up with an excuse. You're going to come up with a reason that says that, Dan, I can't say these 5 things out loud. This is stupid. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. And it's like, okay, cool. So number 1, I am wealthy. Number 2, I am friendly. Number 3, I create wealth. Number 4, I am succeeding in life. Number 5, I am powerful. Those 5 things. Now, you could choose any 5 affirmations. As a matter of fact, I want you to choose 5 different affirmations, but saying them to yourself once a day, folks. Once a day for a whole year. And actually starting on Monday, I want you to join me in affirmations, speaking it with me, because I'm going to show you what success looks like and show you what growth looks like by me speaking my own affirmations. And trust me, you are going to be blown away by what's going to happen in the coming days, months, and year. So again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nathaniel Umstead, host of the RNG radio show. I want to thank you so much for joining me this morning. And if you haven't already, be sure to click subscribe. And you know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say, folks? Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires. Have a great one.